This is a video on white metal bearings. I have to make white metal bearings for the Peter 3 horsepower that you'll see a video on soon. These are the old bearings, quite simple, just solid bush. They're not, a lot of bearings are bronze and they've got white metal inside, but this was a solid bush. So got hold of a company called Gel Bearings and they supplied me with this white metal. It's 3.1 kilograms, so it's a fair bit there, there's more than enough. It costs 100 quid, more or less. So yeah, I'm going to have a go at melting them down today. This is my attempt at melting down Lister LD1 worn out shell bearings, so that worked quite well. It's not a lot different than melting down solder actually, so we'll try and melt these down. I've turned this on quite well on the hottest setting. It's not seating right, so all it's going to do is just keep a heat. So what we'll do is I'll just stick one in there and I'll use the flame torch and have a go at melting it. Wasn't sure if aluminium was going to be any good for a saucepan to melt it down in, but it's alright. Zoom in. Properly dripping now, you can't quite see it, but see if I move it a little bit more. Oh, it's just starting to dribble over the side, so it's dripped onto the hob now. Right, we've melted it in there. Looks like the oven's starting to do the work, so I might not need that anymore. Use the other one to prod it in a little bit. It's got like a coppery shine to it. I don't know whether that's a coating. I know there's a percentage of copper in it. just get a screwdriver. I didn't want it melting over the side like the other one did. Hold that one up right. Ooh. Ooh. It's quite heavy for what it is. I'll turn the oven up and let the oven do the work. There's quite a lot of dross forming on the top, which is just the dirt coming out of it. You can see that? It's just the muck. I'll melt that back in because I don't really want that on the screwdriver. I'm going to have a go at making the mould yet. This is just a trial to see if I can melt it down or not. It seems to be melting quite well. See it just slowly sagging down into the molten metal. Yeah, it's my first attempt at melting white metal properly, so a bit of a learning curve for me. I've never done this before. I've got about half a saucepan there. Melt that back in as well. It's more or less completely melted now. There's a bit in there, look. You see that there? It's just what's left of the last piece. Still a little piece of solid in there. That seems to be all melted now. I'll do is I'll turn the oven off and we'll leave it and see what it turns into when it cools down. Well, an hour and a half later, I moved it from this hob to that hob, so it cooled a lot quicker. It's still warm, but it's more or less cold now. So we'll see what we got. It's got quite an orangey tinge on the top. I'm not quite sure what that is. There's a bit come out. So, there we go. I don't really know what this whole oranginess is. I know there's a copper amount in this, but I don't know whether it's all separating or... But the original pieces were like a yellowy colour like this. So somebody will have to tell me in comments or something. So yeah. Just a little bit of a test really about the... so I want to make bearings for the Peter 3 horsepower. So we know we can melt it down. Anyway, I hope you found this interesting, and thanks for watching.